All right. 8:35 on time in the morning. Good morning, everybody. And today is Black Monday. Why is today so exciting? Because today the coaches who failed are going to lose their jobs in the next, let's say, 96 hours. Some teams reevaluate. Not Atlanta. When that game was over yesterday, both Fontenot and Raheem Morris were fired. Now, I'm going to start with Fontenot first. 'Cause I never liked his ass, okay? Um, Terry Fontenot, what I can see with him is a little archaic in the way he drafts. Atlanta's always been a franchise, but it's always either mediocre or suck ass, and once in a while they become good, okay? And when they do be good, a lot of the time they disappoint their fan base, okay? I believe that fans deserve better, and that man didn't do what he did. And I got caught up in the Michael Penix BS, but I'll tell you one thing. If Matt Ryan, boy, I haven't seen this young man in God's knows when. What's up, Akuma? Happy New Year to you, stranger. Good to see you, brother. I see your Steelers got lucky last night. That's what I saw at the end. I caught the end. I caught when Lamar threw that big bomb to Flowers. Then Aaron led them back, and you know they took the lead. And then the Ravens drove down the field and missed a chip shot field goal. You can't make it up. Peace to you, my brother. Steelers and Texans on Monday night. That is going to be rough, man. Winner goes to Denver. So it's good to see Akuma. Enjoy your new year. And enjoy me talking about the coaches being fired. I'll be on every other 2 hours. So if I finish here at, let's say, 9, I'll be back at 11. And we're going to do this all day. Now, if a coach gets fired, I'll come on live and talk about it. But so far, it's been more on Terry Fontenot. Two guys I didn't like to begin with. I think Morris is a tremendous coordinator, but as a head coach, I don't look at him as a leader of men. And we notice these coaches who are going to be hired next. Uh, I could tell you one that's leaked out that I've been hearing from my people, that Flores and I forgot the Giants head coach that this guy fired. But they're going to go to the Raiders. Brady wants both of them to coach the Raiders. Expect every man except Tomlin in that picture today, what you see right there in that thumbnail, all these guys will be fired. I'm talking uh, Pete Carroll, Gannon in Arizona. Word is Stefanski's gone, and the Washington coach is gone. Lucky is me for surviving that game with a functional heart. Happy New Year, love, man. Love to you too. Look who's graced my presence. The beautiful, cynical. Good morning, love. Happy New Year to you. Good to see everybody this morning. It's your boys chilling, up in a very nice mood. I haven't done an early show like this in a while, but because coaches are getting fired today, and I'll be on, like I said, every other hour. So it will be me being on to give you updates on who's getting fired, who's going to get fired today. Anybody who's here, if you go to DS1's room, you tell him that Mace said Happy New Year to him. Let me see. Let me get back to the coaches. I was saying that those coaches, except Tomlin, will be fired sometime this week, hopefully today. So I'll give you guys some content on why these coaches are getting fired. But these guys have done horrible jobs and they deserve to lose their jobs. Waiting in the wings, just to give you some of that. Waiting in the wings. Boy, everybody's coming in here today. Young Jay in the building, everybody. You talk about, wow. Good to see you too, man. Good to see all you guys, man. Seriously. It's been a long time, but it's nice to see that people remember who you are. Get Stefanski's ass out of here. He's a big Cleveland Brown fan. I've been good, man. Thank you very much, family. Appreciate you. It's a pleasant surprise to see all you good brothers and sisters in here this morning. And Young Jay is a D1. Good to see you, great people, man. Great to see you all. Wow. God is great, man. Let me see. For you, I'll go to Stefanski for you, bro. Look, I'm going to tell you guys something that has been verified, and you guys are going to be shocked what I'm about to tell you. So, Young Jay, this is for you. Back in 1992, the Atlanta Braves won the National League pennant. And in the locker room, Deion Sanders dumped tubs of water over Tim McCarver. Well, in that locker room that night was the 10-year-old little boy who watched all that and to this day hates Deion Sanders. You know who that was? You guessed it. Kevin Stefanski. That's right. That man in that thumbnail, in the middle of the thumbnail. He is the grandson of former baseball player and broadcaster Tim McCarver. And he got to watch Deion humiliate his father in front of the world. And the reason why Shador got treated like he did, because Stefanski can't stand his father and takes it out on him. Now, I'm going to be honest. If the Browns want to go away from Shador Sanders, I would love to take him in Miami. I wouldn't hesitate. But I think the Browns are going to go with him. And I think that's a good thing with a new head coach, new ideas in Cleveland. Cleveland's not bad, folks. But they ended up with 5 wins. They're getting better. Their defense is Super Bowl caliber. And shout out to Myles Garrett for breaking the sack record for Michael Strahan. So Atlanta got rid of their two clowns. The word is that Matt Ryan, if he accepts it, will be the czar of the Atlanta Falcons. And I think that's the way to go. In Cleveland, I've heard nothing really. You hear hearsay, I don't know. The Raiders, Brady wants a Brian Flores, Brian Daboll package deal, where I think makes sense. Myles Garrett locked that up, man, no question. He is definitely Defensive Player of the Year. No doubt. No doubt. And believe it or not, Cleveland is going to turn it around. They are. To me, they need, I will keep Sedor. I'm taking that kid from Ohio State with the 6th pick. Cleveland's picking 6. That's who I'm taking. I'm taking that wide receiver from Ohio State. That's my first round pick if I'm the Browns. And that will cure a lot of ills in Cleveland. Cleveland needs some playmakers on offense. They got a power running game. They got Njoku. They got a damn good offensive line. That's the route I would go if I'm the Browns. Tomlin's off the list. He made the playoffs last night. You saw him blowing kisses and beating his chest to the cameras. I didn't know, Mike, you can go that far. But win Monday night against Houston. Okay, Mike? Let's see you win that game. All right? The Washington coach is in a lot of trouble. And the first 3 coaches you see are definitely gone. This didn't happen yet. Carroll, Jonathan Gannon, and of course, Kevin Stefanski. Now, Stefanski is on some team's list to get right back into it. They're going to blame it on Cleveland, the environment. Well, I think Cleveland's on the up and up. I do. I may pick them next year to win the division. I'm dead ass serious. Finally, they got stability at quarterback. You got they'll bring in an offensive-minded coach or bring in a defensive guy, and he'll bring in an offensive coordinator to work with Shador. This is a terrible quarterbacks draft. And like I said, if I'm Cleveland, I go get the kid from Ohio State. That I would do my first pick. So Stefanski's going to be out. Jonathan Gannon, when he made that remark a couple of months ago about Michael Vick getting arrested, to me, I could tell what type of guy he is. That's why he was in Arizona, and his mindset, and he's going to be gone. And of course, old ass Pete Carroll. And I told you, Flores and Daboll, a package deal. That's what Tom Brady wants. And Tom Brady got 15% of that team, so who knows? Give me one quick second. Yeah, that's what Brady wants. And then you look around the other coaches who are in trouble. Okay. Mike McDaniel's up in the air. To me, I think he comes back. I think if LaFleur gets embarrassed Saturday night, and I'll be doing that game up here, Green Bay and Chicago, round 3, if they lose bad to the Bears, LaFleur is definitely on the hot seat. You could say the same about old boy up in Buffalo, McDermott. If Sunshine embarrasses them on Sunday, his seat will get hotter. It's a lot of coaches, folks. Anybody else who I think can get hot, the hot seat? No, not right now. I mean, the West is fine except Carroll, he's gone. The South, all those 3 coaches, have done a good job. Indy collapsed at the end. They had two injuries at quarterback. They put 8-man fronts on the running back, John Taylor. So Tennessee's going to get a new coach. Cleveland's getting a new coach. Taylor in Cincinnati, I don't know with him. And who else you have? Aaron Glenn is safe. Speaking of Aaron Glenn, New York Jets, first team in NFL history whose defense did not record an interception all year. Isn't that something? Did not get an interception all year. Wow. Trying to look around for some of these records of these teams. New Orleans finished strong, 6-11. Atlanta, gutless Falcons finished 8-9. Well, New Dallas 7-9-1. They'll be picking right after Miami. Let me make that announcement, by the way. We will have the draft. I believe this year is April the 24th, and we will start our draft from pick 11, which is the Dolphins, down. So we will not be doing 1 through 10 because it's the same old teams. And one more thing is very important. I will not repeat. Last year was a fiasco. That's not happening this year. I will not be doing a simulcast with anybody. Okay? If you want to, have a group of guys come in and talk bullshit, you go to Moss Sports World. You don't come in this room. This room will be pure draft and speculation with me and Tackman Clan Killer. And I hope to have a group of guys up here that we're going to be full coverage with the NFL draft. So that'll be April 24th. And after the combine, I will do the thumbnails for the draft day 1, day 2, day 3. I will ask iTest for his people who we think are sleepers in the draft, and I'll put them on the thumbnail, and we're going to have a good time. So I'll be on the air on draft night, probably around 9 o'clock-ish, so we can get the Dolphins pick in. So we'll start with the Dolphins pick at 11 on draft night. So that's where we will begin our coverage. We're not going to do the other teams. No one cares. There's only one quarterback going, and Mendoza's going number 1. If Dusty pops up in here, then I will do the number 1 pick for him. But congratulations to Dusty. He got his quarterback, Mendoza, who I like. And we'll have exclusive draft coverage. Let's go through yesterday, which wasn't much. Jaguars went out strong. Broncos went out strong. Green Bay went out. They've lost 4 in a row, but I get the feeling they'll come guns blazing Saturday night. I'll be on the air for the pregame of that at 8 o'clock Eastern time Saturday night. So these are the games we're doing up here, just to let you know. Saturday, Green Bay. Sunday, Jacksonville. We'll do that one. And we will not do the Monday night game. So we'll do Green Bay and we'll do the Bills at the Jaguars on Sunday. That's a 1 o'clock kick. And then next weekend, which is 2 weeks basically, we will be in Seattle on Saturday, Denver on Sunday. So whoever those 2 teams play, if Green Bay wins them, I will give you exclusive Green Bay Seattle coverage next week if it's Green Bay. I'll be all into that. I'll give you the playoff history of those two franchises, why those two franchises don't like each other, and I'll do all that. Okay. And then next Sunday, 2 weeks from now, 13 days from now, we'll be in Rocky Mountain High and we'll be in Denver for whoever the Broncos play. It could be the Jaguars, it can be the Bills, it could be the Texans, it could be the Chargers, it could be any of those teams. Right now, I'll say if I had to take a hunch, it will be the Texans. And we'll do that game from Mile High. And that'll be our two games in 2 weeks, in 12 and 13 days from now, 2 weeks from now. But this weekend, Chicago and Green Bay round three, and also um, Sunday will be in Duval County for the Jaguars and the Bills. That rivalry reconvening in the playoffs again. So we'll be doing those. Back to the coaches. And Tomlin, I think, saved his job. Depending on how bad they lose on next Monday night, and week from tonight will be that game. I'll skip it, of course, because uh, Houston could be boring, and Pittsburgh is definitely boring, even though Rodgers is the quarterback. Uh, we'll break down the games on straight football. We'll have that. On Saturday, we'll talk about Matt LaFleur and that he is now on the clock. I've done a lot of good segments on straight football. You people should go back and watch it. You'll learn something about the teams who are in the playoffs right now. And way before the media caught up on them, I already had them on my radar. So, straight football, that will be on Saturday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Straight football. All right, that was my engineer. But back to like I was saying. So we'll have those games Saturday and Sunday. And then next week will be where the number one seeds are. If it's Green Bay, I'll give you exclusive Green Bay and Seattle, where the rivalry started at the end of the 20th century with those two franchises, and I'll give you all in depth. So, and then Jacksonville, Buffalo, same thing. 30 years ago, that rivalry started. It was Jim Kelly's last game of his career in Jacksonville. Went up to Buffalo and beat them in the playoffs. So we'll do all of that, and that should be fun. Jags and Buffalo's this Sunday. Green Bay and Chicago round three Saturday night, and then next week in 12 and 13 days in Seattle, in Denver. There you go. All right, back to this. These coaches will be waiting word any moment now while I'm on the air. Who's going to get canned? Who's going to stick around? as I'm looking around for you as we're talking, Matt Ryan, I think, will take the job. He'll be the czar in Atlanta. I think that's a great move. And owner Arthur Blank will only listen to Matt. Matt will get to pick his coach, his GM, and away we go down in Dixieland. Trying to get news on these coaches. Give me 1 second. I'm right here. I'm just gonna get some. Oh. Okay, like I was saying to you guys, uh, that Bear Packers game Saturday is going to be very, very interesting. And the reason why it is because Ben Johnson, to me, is the much better coach than Matt LaFleur. I think the talent-wise, it's clearly the Packers. The problem is they don't utilize their talent well. And I think their defense is very, very suspect. So, when it comes to that game, I think Green Bay is going to win because. All right, we just got the word, folks. Kevin Stefanski out in Cleveland. There you go, young Jay. Kevin Stefanski out in Cleveland. All right. There we go. All right. So Stefanski is out in Cleveland. Young Jay gets his wish. That is coach number 2 fired. So Stefanski out in Cleveland, everybody. Isn't that beautiful? You know, his career record ain't bad, and he won a playoff game. That's why he's on a lot of people's list to get a coaching job right away. He's won a playoff game, which is great for the resume. That's how it works in sports, folks. If you win playoff games, like in the NBA, if you win a couple of playoff series and get fired, you will get hired again. So Stefanski's gone. I told you a couple of these guys on this list will be gone today. So we're waiting for Jonathan Gannon in Arizona. It's early in Arizona. It's 7:04 in the morning in Phoenix. So, and of course Pete Carroll, 6 o'clock in the morning in Vegas. Yes, Stefanski, who's won 2 Coach of the Year awards, now gets fired. And he's going to be hired. You see, folks. He's going to get a job. As far as Raheem Morris goes, he's not getting another head coaching job. So Stefanski, gone in Cleveland. Like I predicted he would be gone today. And he's gone. So Raheem Morris, he was fired. Him and that idiot GM Fontenot were fired yesterday after the game. And now Stefanski's gone. We're waiting for Gannon. We're waiting for Pete Carroll. So I'm smiling right now. We got another coach fired today. That's what Black Monday is all about up here. And Stefanski gone. That's number 2. I was gonna put Raheem Morris on the thumbnail. I didn't do it, but I knew he was gonna get fired. So shout out to my man Big Money Sean. He gave me the tip. That's why you have insiders. And he just hit me up about Kevin Stefanski. So, like I said, I'll be on every other hour. But if a coach is fired, I'll come right back on the air. I'm gonna stay with you for a little bit more, but it's great when now NFL Network has it now about Stefanski being fired. So Big Money Sean again ahead of the game, and that's why I take care of my man. So shout out to Big Money Sean. He's the best, baby. He's the best. There you go. NFL Network got it now. Kevin Stefanski has been relieved of his duties, so he's gone. As I'm getting to do the thumbnail for uh, Saturday night and Sunday, and I mean Saturday night and so so we'll see who's next on the hit list. It's not what I want. As I'm talking to you, trying to get some more info. LaFleur versus Ben Johnson, round three, Saturday night. So, as everybody is now talking about old boy getting fired. So, what a morning. We'll talk about the Miami fiasco, which got clearer last night. And it's a good thing it did get clear, because I can tell you, you talk about franchise that has been in a crossroads for a minute, and forget a minute, for years now. Major issues in Miami. We'll get to that. Miami's always good to talk about, especially if you're in the know, not listening to these ass clowns in the Dolphin community. That's only going to spread sunshine and rainbows. Those fools right now talk about how they're going to get Joe Burrow from the Bengals. That's what those ass clowns are going to be talking about today, tomorrow, for the next 3 5 months. Uh, so what a game we got Saturday night, and then Sunday we'll be in Duval County. Cannot wait for this weekend. Remember, like I said, when a coach gets fired, I'll come right up and we'll talk about it. Still talking about that Steeler game last night. So, so waiting for more news. Boy, you see how the Ravens lost last night? Wow. Reminded me when they lost, was it 15 years ago? When they lost to the Patriots when the kicker missed a chip shot field goal? Big Josh. We'll see Big Josh on Sunday against Sunshine. I like covering. To be honest with you, I enjoy covering Josh Allen. I really do. I think Josh Allen is a terrific football player. I really do. I think some of the reason why Buffalo hasn't made it to the bowl is because of him. And I think most of it is on the head coach. Now you're saying, Mace, how come you blaming the coach? Because he is scared to lose big games. McDermott, I can't take him. He's a great defensive mind, and the GM is terrific. But boy, really wonder. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to see if any other coaches have been fired. So, you know what? Let me just do this real quick. I can unplug this because you're going to hear me anyway. Plug this in. Oh, man. So, let me plug this in while I'm talking to you guys. Good to see you guys, by the way. Always treat people in the manosphere spaces and black YouTube as family. All right, here we go. Should have it now. There we go. So Josh Allen, we'll see him on Sunday against Sunshine. And I'm glad Trevor Lawrence is finally came to us in the league. Don't you guys? Ain't it good to see big Trevor in the league? Let's see. All right, here we go. Trying to get him in a good picture for the thumbnail. So that's where we'll be this week in Duval County, and we'll be in Chicago for round 3. Tell you, Lincoln has done an outstanding job with the Jaguars. I can tell you that. He has done one hell of a job with the Jags. Just had a picture of him of what I wanted for the thumbnail with Trevor Lawrence. It was a beautiful action shot, but it's disappeared. So we got Sunshine against Big Josh on Sunday. I'll be on the air at 12:30 on Sunday for that one. Nice action shot of Josh. Here we go. Found it. So we got Lawrence against old boy on Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'll be on here at 12:30. Maybe a little later than that. So, waiting for another coach to get fired. Boy, did the Jaguars hit with that head coach. So we'll be ready to roll this weekend and have fun. Then in 2 weeks, we'll be in Seattle Saturday and Denver on Sunday, or vice versa. It could be Denver on Saturday, which I doubt because the winner of the Monday night game, depending on what happens, is going to Denver or New England. So we don't know where they'll be at. Definitely, they'll be going to Denver's on Sunday because they're not going to let the winner on Monday night play on Saturday. So they're going to have to travel. So Denver's Sunday, and or let's say this. Let's say Buffalo wins. Then Denver will be on Saturday, and whoever is in New England will be on Sunday. Okay, all comes down to Sunday. If Buffalo wins, then the teams who are playing on Saturday, they'll go to New England or to Jacksonville, depending, because the lowest seed, they reseeded now, will go to the highest seed. So if Buffalo wins, they're the 6th seed, they're going to Denver. And what a game that will be. That will be Saturday. Seattle will be Sunday. Or they can play both on Saturday and play the other two on Sunday. Depends on what the NFL want to do. So thumbnails for the week are ready. I'll be on today, and then next time I'll be on will be on. I'll be on tomorrow. I mean Wednesday night. I'll be on for hockey. The Canadians. In fact, I forgot who they're playing. So according to Big Money Sean, that Matt Ryan has been in the building in Atlanta the last couple of weeks and look like he's going to get full control, president of operations of the Atlanta Falcons. All right, Shane Steichen, Colts coach, will be back in 26. That just came across the wire. Good job, Sean. So Steichen keeps his job in Indianapolis. So let me see what else is going on. Let me put this down. No, let me keep this up. Yeah, I gotta go. So let me see what else is going on. To me, of these jobs that are available, the most attractive one to me, and I know it's going to sound crazy to you people, is the Giants job. I know people saying Tennessee, the Giants job, because that team is close. That team is very close to getting things done there. As crazy as may it sounds, they're close. So Trevor Lawrence and and old boy on Sunday. Looking forward to that. Him and Josh Allen Sunday afternoon. So this is what we do on Black Monday, folks. All right, the Giants are definitely looking at Kevin Stefanski, which I think is a good move. Brian Flores, like I told you when I started this morning, Brady wants him and Daboll running the Raiders. Of course, Flores does the defense, Daboll does the offense. So This is one of the best days of the year, Black Monday. I tell you, folks, I love it. Thank God. Last year I had a doctor's appointment, so I had to start late. This year I got the ground running, and you know I did, gang. 8:35, like I told you, and 20 minutes on the air. What happens? Kevin Stefanski fired. So give me a quick second, gang, and I'll be right back with you. All right, like I was saying, um, um, what a day! It's early, but more coaches getting fired, folks. So Giants looking hard. Stefanski. Brady wants the New England connection with Dayball running the offense and Brian Flores being the head coach running the defense. And of course, Brady runs the whole operations out in Vegas. I think that's a good move for Vegas, and that's a power move for Vegas, by the way. That's a power move for Vegas. So, all right, I'm over here smiling. So we've given you a good hour so far. I'm glad I came on time for you good people. So, so we are rolling right now. Trying to get some more headlines for you. If not, I will be back If another coach gets fired, I'll pop right back up. Trust me, I will. I'll pop right back up. So that's it so far in 1 hour. Um, you'll be if you get my notice, I'll be hitting you up, let you know when I come back on. As soon as I see another coach uh, gets fired, I'll be back on. But before I go, matter of fact, no, I'll save the Miami situation when I come back. Which, if you can see through bullshit, I'll tell you the bullshit going down in Miami. Plus, what Jordan Love gave his teammates for thanking them for taking care of him, which to me tells me that Jordan Love is really disconnected from his teammates. We'll talk about that next time I pop up. And I think it's crazy, but be looking out for me. I'll be popping up uh, during the day, giving you uh, we'll give you what's going on up to date and how things are going with these coaches. When the coach gets fired, I'll be back. Okay, that's how I'm gonna do it for you guys. So I appreciate you guys pulling up. People in the clouds, Young Jay, the beautiful cynical one, it's Akuma. Thank you for remembering your boy from the spaces. Shout out to DS1 Ross. Happy New Year to him. He does a phenomenal job. And when I pop up, you'll get the bat signal. All right? We'll see you soon. Thanks for being here. As soon as another coach gets fired, I am on the job. See you then.